It was a Saturday morning of September 23rd of the year 2000, 7:20 in the morning on a Saturday, and I'm sleeping in my bed in my college dorm room, and the phone rang. I did what any sensible person would do. I let the answering machine get it. You millennials that are watching this and you don't know what an answering machine is, just ask your parents, they'll tell you. Anyway, so yeah, I totally let the answering machine get it. I was not getting out of bed. And this is what I heard. BJ, if you're there, I need you to pick up the phone. BJ, if you're there, answer the phone. It was my dad. And I could tell he sounded serious. So I jumped out of the bed. I grabbed the phone. I said, Dad, I'm here. What's up? He said, are you awake? I'm thinking, seriously? I'm awake now. He said, son, I need you to be awake. I said, okay, I'm awake. What's going on? He said, I'm on my way to get you. I'm about 30 minutes away. I need you to pack some clothes. He said, son, I'm very sorry, but your mother has passed away in her sleep last night, and I'm on my way to pick you up. And just like that, Mama was gone. I had spoke with her on the phone less than 24 hours ago, and yet she was gone. I called my girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now. She was asleep in her dorm room across campus. I called her, and it also happened to be her birthday. And I called her and woke her up, and I'm sure she thought I was calling to wish her a happy birthday, but instead I called to tell her the tragic news that I had just received. I don't remember a whole lot about that day. It's all a big blur. I don't remember packing my clothes and putting them in my suitcase. There's just a lot about that day that I don't remember. It's all a big blur. But I do remember this. I remember sitting in my dad's truck and we were driving home. It was a 2.5 hour drive. And I just remember just saying, this, as bad as this seems, think how bad it would be if we didn't have Jesus in our lives. And I just asked him, I said, man, how do people that don't know Jesus, how do they deal with this kind of tragedy? I don't know. And I'm honestly glad that I don't have to ever know that. Fast forward about a month. My mom's older sister, my Aunt Gail, she passes away from leukemia. And it's at her funeral, just moments before the service is about to start, actually. And I'm sitting with my grandmother, their mom, out in the hallway. And I'm talking to her, and she says, I don't understand why we have to experience such loss and such tragedy. I don't understand God's timing. And as much as this hurts, I don't have it in me to let go of him. I don't have it in me to not keep holding on to him. And I gotta tell you, hearing that from her just completely wrecked me, man. This is a woman. She was 80. She had outlived her husband, who was several years younger than her, and 2 of her daughters. And right in the middle of this tragedy, she's saying that she does not have it in her to let go of Jesus. And that just floored me. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that people say like years and years after something like this has happened. And I think her faith made her a stronger woman than she probably realized, because that kind of faith just blew me away. A couple of years later, she went home to be with the Lord, and she was reunited with her loved ones that were up there waiting for her. And we were sitting around their family, which at that point was her grandkids. So me and all my cousins and our Aunt Jill were sitting around her kitchen table. And we were just, this was right as we were getting ready for her funeral. And we were sharing stories and just reminiscing and sharing, what we think of when we think of her. And immediately my mind went back to that conversation that she had with me. And just how amazed I was at her faith, to be able to question God but not ever doubt him. And I envy that. I envy that about her. I truly do. So a few years later, God breathed a song on my heart called Holding On. It was inspired by the conversation that she and I had that day. And just the truth that there's nothing in this world that we could ever experience that is ever going to be worth us not holding on to Jesus. His grace and his mercy and his love, I mean, it's all so wonderfully indescribable. We're not even worthy to speak his name. We're not worthy to question him, and yet he welcomes it. And he says that we can come to him with confidence. He instructs us, come unto me, all who are weary, I'll give you rest. We're not worthy of it, but you know what? His grace takes the fact that we're unworthy, and it just renders it null and void. That's what his grace does. And yeah, man, we're going to go through hurt and pain. We're going to experience loss. But there's nothing in this world that is ever worth letting go of Jesus for. And so that conversation with my grandmother and all the experiences of life that have happened since then, are what God used to breathe that song into me, into my heart. And so I'm going to share it with you in this lyric video that is to follow. So thanks for watching, and here's the song, Holding On.
Everything I have, to everything you have for me. I'm looking past all of myself. I'm looking on to what could be. You reached down and picked me up, covered me beneath your love, that's beautiful. Your tenderness I can't explain, my feelings I cannot contain. You are wonderful. I'm holding on to all of you, 'cause all of me is worth letting go. This simple man has a simple mind, but there's one thing for sure I know. Your goodness, I can't comprehend you. Let me begin again. You're beautiful. Your ways are higher than my own. You take me to depths I've never known. You are wonderful. Death, you gave me life. You're beautiful. The grace I never could afford, you give to me, and so much more. You are wonderful. I'm holding on to the one thing I know is true. When all else will pass away, hopes and dreams fade in the wind, but you are ever strong. Through your promise you remain. You tasted death and agony as you bled, you thought